Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Joe, and it's time for a Pocket with Joe. Appreciate each and every one of you for joining me here today. We've only got 2 games on the board tonight. Got a huge slate though tomorrow. I promise you I will be putting out picks. We will have a Pocket with Joe tomorrow. We got a great weekend ahead of us between football and the NHL. So let's jump into today. What a downer with that Kings and Stars game, David. I'm so sorry. The Kings did not show up at that game. The Stars really dominating in that one. It was a shocker for sure. The Kings just should have played better. Rick, I'm sorry you missed the show in the last couple days, but I am glad you are here today. The St. Louis Blues getting us that nice win. Tampa's team total over 3.5. Cashing for us the last 2 times we've taken their team total over 3.5. So I'm glad you guys hit it. But those Blues, I tell you, getting that nice big win. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. Thank you again for being here. So let's jump into today's 2 games. It's going to be a quick show, you guys. But again, we will be back tomorrow with the breakdown of all those games tomorrow. Looking at tonight's matchup, the Ottawa Senators and the Pittsburgh Penguins face up. Now, 7 o'clock Eastern for this. I just want to check, make sure we have no updates with these lines. -150 still. We're not seeing any movement on this one. -150 for the Pittsburgh Penguins and +130 here for the Ottawa Senators. Now, the Senators did get the win in the last matchup. These teams just did play on Wednesday. They were in Ottawa for that one. Ottawa got the win in overtime. Brady Tkachuk with that overtime goal. It was absolutely beautiful, except for if you're riding the Pittsburgh Penguins. Now, Pittsburgh is so much stronger at home than they are on the road, and I do lean to taking them here. They're sitting here at -150. Hitting them in regulation, I think, is a stronger way to go. You're going to get better odds. Now, looking at the Pittsburgh Penguins home record, they're 12-5-4 on the season at home. We look at the Senators. They have shown their struggles on the road, going 8-11-2 overall. But this team has been performing better offensively as of late. They've scored 3 goals in 6 of their last 10 games. We know the Pittsburgh Penguins, they have won their last 9 games at home versus the Senators. So I think this streak continues here. Give me number 10, the 10th win versus the Senators for the Penguins at home. Not much else to say in this game. I think we got a high scoring one, you guys. I see this one going over that total 6.5. I think we have another high scoring game. So the last one, the Sens won 5-4 in OT. I think this is a 4-3 win here for Pittsburgh on their home ice. I just like them here. Sidney Crosby for that anytime goal for the Pittsburgh Penguins. He is their top one of their top guys. We know he has the most points for the team. Getting him for that anytime goal is a fantastic way to take this one. And that over has hit in 6 of the last 7 meetings. So we're seeing those points come in. Anthony riding with me with the Pens in regulation. Glad to hear it. They are not strong versus the Eastern Conference. You're right with those stats, Rick. But you know what? Looking at the Senators in Pittsburgh, they've gone 4-22 in the last 26 meetings in Pittsburgh. They've lost in the last 9 overall. And I know the Penguins are sitting here 3-9 in their last 12 overall. And Senators, like you said, Senators are 5-1 in their last 6 versus the Eastern Conference. And the Penguins have not won one of their last 7 versus the Eastern Conference. I think this is where they get things back on track They're not going to lose 2 in a row to the Senators. I just can't get behind it. I think the Senators just had a very solid offensive game. And while I do think they have an offensive game here, I think the Penguins pull it off. Another way you could look at this if you're a little bit worried here with the Penguins is look at their team total over 3.5. You're getting good value there. And I don't see this being a low scoring game. You take the Senators team total over that 2.5 as well. But like I said, the Senators have been playing better offensively. They're not the team I trust offensively. I trust the Pittsburgh Penguins here offensively to get the goals on the board, especially at home in this one. Okay, the next game on the board, you guys. Let's look at the matchup, the only other one, between the Colorado Avalanche and the Vancouver Canucks. Now, this is one where I'm going to go against the trends. The trends are the Avs are not strong against Vancouver. They've only won 6 of the last 21 meetings in Vancouver. This team is playing too strong for me right now to step in front of. They've won their last 3 games. We know they got that big win in Calgary, even with my mom in the stands, which is saying a lot. My mom normally equals a Calgary Flames win, not against the Colorado Avalanche. I guess she wasn't able to help us with that one. Colorado was a plus 130 underdog going into that game, pulling off a beautiful win there. And I think they come in and they get another win versus Vancouver. Now they're minus 165 here on the money line, so too highly juiced. I would look at them in regulation if you want to bet them, or I would parlay them here maybe with the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Colorado Avalanche, just parlaying both on the money line. I think the better bet, though, is to look at these team totals. We've been doing phenomenally well with these team totals. Hitting their team total over 3.5, I think, is a fantastic way to go. We saw what the Tampa Bay Lightning were able to do on the Vancouver Canucks in one period, putting up 4 goals. Vancouver's defense just falling apart. Now, Spencer Martin started that game. He only played after what? They had 10 shots on goal, 4 goals in that first period. Spencer Martin got taken off. I think the Colorado Avalanche have every opportunity to come out just as strong as Tampa did in that one. With how Vancouver has played Colorado, we know Vancouver doesn't give up. They are a comeback team. We've got all these things about the coach saying they're basically maybe they should tank for Connor Bedard and everything that is happening around this team. I really don't believe in that. I think maybe that's a little bit of reverse psychology for the other teams to underestimate what they're going to get out of the Canucks. So I don't believe in that. I think every player on this team is fighting for their career. They're going to come out as strong as possible. But the glaring problem with this team is their defense, is their goaltending. Offensively, this team is strong. They've got the stronger face-off. So they should win the face-offs in this one. I would look at both of these teams' ability to get these goals. We know Colorado just played Calgary. They limited Calgary to only that 1 goal. Put up 4 goals on the defense of Calgary, which is a lot stronger than the Vancouver Canucks. So I love Colorado's team total over 3.5 in this. You're getting it at minus 127. I've had 1 day's rest between games here with Calgary, so I'm not too worried about tired legs in this one. They're 4-1 in their last 5. Now, we know Cale Makar is day-to-day. I doubt he plays tonight. Langestog is still on injury reserve. So this team is still dealing with injuries, but they are still playing so well. That's about it. We got trends to the underdog. I would love to sit here and take both underdogs of the day. I can't get there. I think the favorites win today's card. The Avs play tomorrow. I can't remember who they are playing tomorrow. Let's just have a quick look at who they have on a deck tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure this is their first night of a back-to-back. Yeah, they're playing the Seattle Kraken tomorrow. So that's my only concern with a look ahead, but I do think they'll get past the Seattle Kraken tomorrow as well after playing the Vancouver Canucks. I think best bet, the over 3.5. Don't complicate this one. Take the team that you think can score. I think the second best bet is taking the over 6.5 in this game. Now, if you really want to push it to taking a side, then I would look at Colorado to get the win. With how they played in Vancouver, I think this is a better team, but we do have trends towards Vancouver being able to pull off the upset. So I'm not going to get to a side here. I'm going to take the Avs team total. I'm going to take the game over that total. So that's where I'm going with these two games. I got Benji agreeing the Pens team total over 3.5 is plus 150. This concerns me a little bit, Benji, at plus 150 for over the 3.5. I do think it will hit, but why are the books giving us so much value on that? We have seen this when we're getting way too much value on that team total going over. There's normally a reason. So I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit uneasy with that one just because of value. But I tell you, this Penguins team can get the goals, averaging that 3.23. Anton Forsberg expected in goal for the Senators here. He gives up 3.25. This defense gives up 3.25. We know that the Pittsburgh Penguins can put up goals, especially against the Ottawa Senators. They put up 4 in the last game. So both of these games are going to be good, you guys. So quick recap, what I'm liking here. I'm on my 20th notebook of the month, it feels like already, of 2023. Can you guys believe it's already January 20th? It's completely mind-blowing for me. Yeah, they absolutely want revenge here. So the Ottawa Senators, the Pittsburgh Penguins, you guys, the Penguins at home, they're so strong. 12-5-4 at home this season. I'm going to ride with the Pengs, or the Pens. I call them the Pengs, short for penguin, Pens in regulation. I think it's a solid way to go. I do love Benji's over 3.5. My only problem with that is, why are they giving us so much value on that? It does scare me a little bit. But I think Sidney Crosby for that anytime goal, I think the best bet here is just to hit the over 6.5. We've seen that total go over in 6 of the last 7 meetings and the last 4 in Pittsburgh. Strong enough trends for me to hit the Sens and the Penguins over in this one. And then the last game. It's weird only having 2 games. NHL slates are so all over the place. The Colorado Avalanche and the Vancouver Canucks. I'm going to go against all the trends on how Vancouver has done, but I'm not going to take the Avs in regulation. I'm just going to stay off that because we know those trends really do come into account when you're looking at hockey betting. So I'm going to take the Avs team total. I think that is the best bet of the game. I can count on the Avs with how they are currently playing to get these goals, and with the lack of defense that we're seeing out of the Vancouver Canucks. I also don't trust in Spencer Martin to stop these goals. He allowed 4 to the Tampa Bay Lightning on 10. Only 10 shots on goal. So give me the Colorado Avalanche here for their team total over 3.5. And I think we got both of these games going over tonight. So I'm also going to take the over 6.5 in this one. So the 2 best bets, you guys, is the Senators and the Penguins over 6.5 and the Avs team total over 3.5. I'd love to tell you I'm taking underdogs today, you guys. I just can't get there. I want to wish you guys all the best in all of your bets. Happy Friday. Have a phenomenal one. Catch me tonight guesting on a Sports Grid, and then join me tomorrow between, what time is it? 4 and 8 p.m. Eastern on Sports Grid. I will be on there for 4 hours, so come by and say hi. And then on Sunday from 1 to 3, I'll be on Sports Grid Eastern. So make sure you join me if you're looking for these hockey bets on Sunday. I'm going to be giving them out on Sports Grid. So join me there, you guys. Have a good one. I will do a Pucket with Joe tomorrow, though, for you guys before these games kick off. Keep smiling. Let's make some freaking money today. Appreciate each and every one of you. Good luck. And Benji, why'd you have to go there with Go Chiefs? Chiefs get the win. Definitely this weekend. You guys have a good one. Keep smiling. Let's make some freaking